Coming up, a cool little Michael Schenker hack that will spice up your rhythm playing. Hi, welcome back to the Classic Guitar Rock channel. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Billy Gibbons video I recently did and the Joe Walsh video I just did. For whatever reason, the Billy Gibbons video has just taken off. And at the time I'm recording this, I'm over 120,000 views, and I really appreciate you checking that out. Appreciate you checking out the Classic Guitar Rock podcast. I wanted to do a quick lesson today. I'm a huge Schenker fan, love Michael Schenker, but we're not going to talk about his lead work today. We're going to talk about his rhythm work. And one little hack that he does, he's not the only one that does it, but I notice he does this a lot. You'll hear this in the Scorpions. Surprisingly, Schenker, who comes from the Scorpions, on the Love Drive album, you know, the song Coast to Coast, for instance, he employs this little trick. But what I wanted to look at are just these little, I call them Michael Schenker chords, but there's a proper title for them, and we call those, they're dyads. What is a dyad? A dyad is a two-note figure. So think of a major chord. For a chord to be major, it has to contain the first, the third, and the fifth tone of the scale. So example, in the key of A, there's my first, second, there's my third, fourth, fifth. So those three notes would make it a major chord. If I play an A major chord, every single note that I'm playing is either the first, third, or fifth of that scale. That's what makes it major. Now, if I were to flat the third, okay, instead of first, third, fifth, I play a first, a flatted third, and a fifth, okay? Those three tones, that's a minor. First, flatted, third, fifth. Any chord that contains the first, flatted, third, and fifth is a minor chord. Every single note as I strum across that A minor is either a first, flatted, third, or fifth. That's what makes it a minor. Now, why am I telling you all this? Because when we talk about fifth chords or power chords, we're just talking about the first and the fifth. That's a power chord. Now, what's unique about a power chord? It doesn't have the third in it. Without the third or the flatted third, it's neither major nor minor, and that's what makes power chords so useful, right? Is they'll work whether you need a major or a minor sound. We're all familiar with that power chord shape. So, when we talk about these little Michael Schenker chords, what are we talking about? We're still talking about a dyad, just a two-note figure, but it still implies major or minor. And so here's the shape. And let's look at it in the key of A. There's an A fifth chord, but I could play it, instead of playing at the sixth note, fifth fret, or sixth string, fifth fret, and the fifth string, seventh fret, I could play the sixth string, fifth fret, and then the fourth string, or the fifth string, fourth fret. Okay, just two notes, but that implies a major sound. Okay? Now, if I, instead of playing that string at the fourth fret, that note at the fourth fret, I could play it at the third fret. That's a flatted third, and that implies a minor sound. Again, I'm only playing dyads. I'm just playing two notes. But if I add that to my repertoire, I can imply major and minor, but kind of in a power chord format. So, for instance, this would be an E minor type sound. I've just gone down to the fifth fret. I'm at the seventh. My root is at the E note on the fifth string. There's a major. That would be like an E major. If I move that down a fret, that's minor. Okay, now just playing them by themselves doesn't sound super musical, right? But, so for instance, Desert Song, Michael Schenker, Desert Song. This is a good example of him using these different little dyads. Okay, so it changes. It's a little more color than if I was just playing all power chords, right? Now you can add a little major or minor flavor. Let me give you one more bonus little dyad figure that you can use, and it's this. Let's play a D power chord. There's a D. We all know a D power chord. 38 Special does this. That's the first song I think of. Hold On Loosely. You know. Okay. That little shape there implies... I'll do it in D since I started in D. You know, that implies a major sound. This could be used in the place of an A major. It's kind of interchangeable. So again, I'm just using this idea of dyads, but kind of in a power chord format. I'm only playing 2 strings, right? So remember when we talked about in the Billy Gibbons lesson, this economy playing, using as little motion as possible in how you fret your power chords. And so in just the space of a few frets, okay, I've got a lot of different options there. And let's just look at the 5th fret, for example. Think of all the different chords I can play there. There's an A power chord, D power chord. Based on what we just learned, there's an E major sound, E minor sound, D major sound, D minor sound. This shape we just talked about, this could be an A sound, okay, or I could just play a full A. I mean, guys, there's a jillion different little power chord nuggets you can play in just a small area on your neck. But look at these little Michael Schenker clusters. It's pretty cool. Spices it up from just those regular 5th chords or power chords that we're used to playing. So have fun with that, experiment with that, and thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Classic Guitar Rock. Bye-bye.